Thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Drake London, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Carolina. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Colts in that first half. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
That's because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's McKenzie. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Play action. Now it's Allen. Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the give, this is Singletary. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 27-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
That's That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing is Allen on third. He finds his man, complete. It's McKenzie. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've got their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing now is Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are back within a score. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Robinson. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley-Cox. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. Back to throw. Robinson. That one finds Pierce right side. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Off the play fake. Robinson. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Working with a 2nd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw again. He finds Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Robinson. Touchdown! Alec Pierce. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. That time, a 9-play drive, and it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce from the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Allen. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs, 64 yards. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And this is back to a 5-point game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun, Robinson. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
On play action, Allen. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean, they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
To try again after the sack. Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
The Colts set to take over here offensively.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
43 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Robinson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Robinson now to throw on 2nd down. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Robinson.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 35. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. To throw is Robinson. Looking to throw on second down.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Now Robinson on 3rd and 2. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are right back in this football game. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Allen.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
To throw again on second down. Allen caught right side. Davis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Allen now on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Right back to Singletary on second down.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Allen. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now a give to Taylor.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Here's Robinson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds, and looks like right at the 40. Looking to throw on second down. Robinson being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Back to Taylor on first down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Robinson hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. Back to throw. Robinson. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. And I know that they double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Allen off the play fake. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Allen. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And taken at the 46. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Robinson throwing on first down. And this one complete to Doolin. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 60 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Robinson. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And Thomas has it. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection. Robinson now to throw on 2nd down.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Back to throw again. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. That time a 6-play drive, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. On 2nd and 9, Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 39. Here's Allen to throw it. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen, and Davis has it over the middle. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 21. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On 1st down, Allen. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Allen. Now he's got it. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Allen trying to hurry everybody up to the line of scrimmage. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And down to the 36-yard line here. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he'll go down at the 28. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And they'll indeed take a knee. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very